Okay, welcome everyone. So this is a sharing of a personal experience of someone who once was a seeker and someone who once was identified with different lives, with different dimensions, with different agendas on the planet to save the planet and all these things, ascension, to understanding experientially what I am beyond any form, and what we all are, the absolute layer of our being, and how that is the only thing that soothed me, that freed my soul. So many years ago, I was on the path of, healing things, and that opened me up to seeing a broader storyline of past lives, of prior to the earth, of different dimensions and different star systems. I would see myself as one of the Lyrans. I would see myself hanging out with dragons, and all these nice fluffy stories that soothe and push the ego. In any way, positive ego, negative ego, all of these. Something was not fulfilled within me, and I kept going, and I wanted the absolute truth and only the absolute truth. And when I was really, I gave myself 100% to that. And I naturally went into a fasting state back in the day, which led me to have an experience that of that which we already are, that formless one. In my experience, there was a trigger, and then I opened up, and I was laughing for an hour straight, and I was screaming, finally, finally, an hour straight. And in that very moment, I experienced that layer beyond layers, that which we are beyond any stories, beyond any past lives, beyond any positive or negative agenda, beyond any dimension, beyond any form, that which we are already and will always be. And I know this is not for everyone, but for the souls that have played this game long enough, this is exactly what these souls are looking for. And what is a soul? Until we have the experience, or until I had the experience with that which I am, I thought I am the soul. I thought, oh, I was in Lara, and oh, I hang out with the dragons, and oh God, this and this and this happened to me in the past life, and this is what I did, oh my God. Until I realized experientially that none of this was ever true. And this is the only thing, that realization. It wasn't just a moment. The first contact with it, I was in that or as that for 2 months. And how that was in my experience, my brain didn't function anymore. The closest I can explain that is being absolute purity. Absolute purity. There's nothing else. This world did not make any sense. Neither did any other world make any sense. Everything that was not made out of love, and I don't mean this human love, neither do I mean interdimensional love. I don't even mean that which we call here love, because that which we are and that love we are is so beyond anything that people call love in today's world. There is no judgment in that. It's everything. There's no identification with anything, and there is no judgment of anything, because in that remembrance, I remember that, oh, I was never any of that, ever. Like whatever I watched was literally just watching. And in that moment, I understood that that which I called myself, the soul, is literally just an accumulation of images. Bum, 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 bum. Linear or not. I mean, outside of this realm, you don't see time linear, but more all at the same time. But still, there's no identification with it at all. Zero. So everything just dropped off. And all agendas with it. However, that has been now 6 years. That was 6 years ago when I came first into contact with that which I am, which we all are. And since then, it's been a hell of a journey. It's been a being that and falling back into the role. Being that and, ooh, I have an agenda now. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know now what I am. Let's push the positive agenda. Let's play Starseed for a little bit. And all these things. And every time I did that, all I came back to is that. Okay, that's all I'm here to do. And every time I did go back into playing the role or identifying a little bit with a role, the urge to remain as that became stronger and stronger and stronger, until where now there is no reason and no desire to even put effort into anything. Might sound weird in this world, in this society where everything is about ambition and saving humanity or making a lot of money, or whatever your ambition or society's ambition might be, or whatever my ambitions were. So it's been this constant going back into it, and whoa, no. So the more I went into it, the more I lost the desire to stay as any or identify as any of the roles. And the harder it actually got, like the more polarizing it would be and the more challenging it would be. And the more crazy things would happen where I as that which I am, was forcing the role to come back to that which I am. So I would create it as especially hard and challenging in order to just remain as that, because that is all there is for a soul or the absolute being which has watched a lot of movies and has reached completion with it. And from that space, everything that person here that speaks now, including that, it feels more like a code, a game, a hologram. And I know everyone is like, we all have read about it, but experientially it's literally like a code, and nothing that happens in that code or associated with that code, including thoughts, emotions, storylines, like these eyes right now that have emotions behind them, none of that is being experienced as me anymore. I look at these eyes, I look at this face, and I see a story. I see something that I once was identified with, but no longer am, because I remembered what I am and who I am. And all this channel is for is literally just sharing the journey and maybe being heard by those who are on the same journey, by that beautiful one being that we all are, that absolute that we all are, that is ready to remember itself. So I hope everyone has a great day, much love, and see you around.